Om Ashato Ma Shadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritangamaya Avirabhirmayeti Rudro Jate Dakshinanmukham Te Namang Pahi Nityam Te Namang Pahi Nityam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. And evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Oh, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are on the reading of the Shanti Gita, the song of peace. And the Arjuna started this question, how, what are the special signs of a person of realization? What are the forbidden action for them? What is to be done by them? And that the response from Krishna came this way: no, these people have no binding. They are free, they can roam around in the world with whatever way they like. They are free and they may be sometimes wearing great attire, sometimes they may be half roaming in the half-clad dress, smearing the body with ashes, and sometimes they may be talkative, sometimes they remain very silent. Sometimes they may be seen to be experiencing great pomp and pride, with a gorgeous dress, gorgeous thing. Sometimes you find that it's just a ragged cloth. So you cannot classify, pinpoint them, seeing their outward dress, behavior, or state, say, activities. Therefore, you have to only see their inner nature. Now, but how can I understand them then? If I don't understand him by his dress, by his behavior, then how can I understand? Whether it is very difficult. Those who know, they only know. Other people are only talkative people. And they are all roaming in the wild forest of intellectual debate. But they cannot get out of that. Therefore, this tattva, this truth, is to be understood and experienced by bahu sadhanena, by prolonged spiritual practice and intense spiritual practice. And it may be done labhyam parang janma satina chiva. It can be achieved practicing hundreds of lifetimes, it may take away. I, by good fortune, if you have a good luck because of your good actions of the past, and also you have the good blessings of your Guru, then you can experience that truth. How? That we read the last two verses, 25 and 26 of the chapter 5. It says, Yadi sarvang prityajyo mai bhakti parayana sadhayet ekochitteno sadhanani punapuna. Jodi, but if by renouncing sarvam prityajyo, you give up your attachment to anything and everything. You don't care for anything in the world except in God. So sarvam prityajyo, you can give up everything, but you cannot give up everything. Your mind should go to some other place. So moi bhakti parayana, if you bring your devotion and one-pointed love for me, the Lord, and giving up everything, that is a big jump. We are all attached to the worldly things, Because that attraction, mind does not go to God. There is no scope. Mind is pulled in different direction. Now, if everything is given up, and mind will have to go to God. And that's a big magnet, big attraction. Big, so, but that bhakti should be done. We love. Bhakti means love. We love beauty of the world. We love money. We love wealth. We love intelligence. We love our pride of our ego and these. We plan our intellectual achievements. So these are our attraction, and this is the devotion to all the. We are not bereft of devotion. We have devotion either this or that, but we have no devotion for God. So when it is all withdrawn from giving up all this attraction, mind comes to Mayi Sarvam Parityajya, Mayi Bhakti Parayana. Sarvam Parityajya, giving up everything, all attachments, inclinations, and your whole devotion turns towards me only. Sadhayat ekachittani, ekachittena, by being chitta means mind, intellect, ego, all focused in one. That is my concentration, my meditation. Sadhanani, if you want practices again and again, this practice of concentrating all the forces of the mind into one. That is the meditation practice again and again. And then vidhaya karma niskama. Whole day you cannot meditate, whole day you cannot do bhakti upasana. You do work, you eat, you sleep, you talk, whole day. More we are in the world of activity. So, vidhaya karma, but how to do the karma? Nishkama. You have to do the karma, I did it for God. I don't have any expectation. I did, its result may come. People may say, hello, you did a good job. I don't take the credit. Some say, hey, it is wonderful. What is the loss? What nonsense you did? I'm unaffected because I did it for God the best I can do. So if you can do that, and but you have to do work for mat priti labha. For only one goal of your karma will be that you want to please me. I am the Lord of the world and I am in everywhere. Your every action should be only to please me. If you can do that, Mai Kritva Arpanam Sarvam. In this way, if you offer everything to me, you do all karma and say, Oh Lord, I give you all the effects of it, result of it. So good comes, it will go to you. Bad comes, it will go to you. I am only machine. That's the idea of machine idea. Machine does not take credit of doing a good job. Who gets the credit? Who operates the machine? The driver is a good driver. Who gets the credit of good driving? The driver, not the machine. But actually machine does the work. Machine perfectly works. That's why driving is good. If the machine does not cooperate, then what is your driving? So, but machine does the work, but machine does not take any credit. Can he do that work? It is a machine working for God. I don't take any credit or discredit. It is his business. That is the freedom. So that this here is beautifully two verses. It has been given very in a nutshell, the whole philosophy of our life. That how we can reach God and what is the net result of this? If we can dedicate and offer everything upon me, Sarvam Chitta Shuddhi Ravapate. He will attain a state of purity of mind. Chitta Shuddhi. Your heart will be so clean and transparent, then you will see God face to face. We cannot see because our mind is cluttered. So when it will happen, then you will see. That much we read. Okay. Now,
What does Nishkama Karma exactly mean? Or Nishka Karma, what was the word you used to describe on those two verses? Nishkama Karma. What does that mean exactly? I mean,
karma means what?
Kama.
Kama means desire. Niskama, no desire. without desire. That means desire, you will not desire the end result. I'll do it perfectly. Yes, that end you will be keeping. But we think of the result more. I am speaking how people appreciate me. Hidden away in the mind is seeking for that. That is not niskamakaro. If people don't like and you hear that comment, you will be upset. Isn't it? You did a good job. People appreciate. Now I did a good job. You get pumped up and you get depressed. If someone doesn't, that means you are giving your freedom to others. You don't keep your freedom to yourself. But people will say good, I am a good guy. And people say, well, you are done. No. Are you sincerely doing your own job? And whatever you have offered to God, really sincerely, you become a machine. The idea of machine is the main thing. How can you be machine? And that will bring this type of idea when we free ourselves from these entanglements. Then chitta shuddhi, the heart becomes pure.
And what would you advise, Maharaj, to those people who do not believe in the personal aspect of God?
Personal, impersonal aspect. You are Atman. Why are you taking the credit that you did something? You are not the body, not the mind. Whether you go to the Vedanta or you go to non-dual Vedanta or dualistic Vedanta, it does not make any difference. You say that I did for God. Okay. If you don't believe in God in personal, what are you? You are Atman. So who did the work? Your body did the work. Why are you taking credit of it, discredit of it? Why are you thinking, I'm very happy? Eh? So the question should be always clear. Understanding should be very clear. In Vedantic way, the same. I'm not the doer, I'm not the mind. Anything done by my mind, by my hand, there is a prayer, no? In the home of fire, at the end of home of fire, we say, Ita Purvang Prana Buddhi Deho Dharmadhikarata Jagrat Swapna Sushupti Avasthasu Manasha Vacha Karmana Hastabhyam Padvyam Udarena Shishna Jatkritam Jaduktam Jatsmitam Tat Sarvam Brahmarpanam Bhavatu Swaha. We say that in every puja, at the end of the puja, you have heard it. Brahmarpanam. I am not saying personal God here. What is the idea? Ita Purvam. I am talking this 6, 7, 40, 45. Ita Purvam. Till this moment, whatever I have done. How I did? Deho Dharma Adhikarito. By my physical body, by its functionality of the body, I did whatever. I walked around, I ate something, I did something. Yeah? Just whatever I have done, through my body and through my mind and through my pranic energy, prana, buddhi, deho, and body, dharma, these have characteristic, adhikarata. What I did in Jagrat, waking state, I did whatever I did. I went into sleep, dream state, I dreamed so many good, bad thoughts. Jagrat, sapna, sushupti, when you are deep sleep state, whatever is in that state of enjoyment, whatever happened in this, all this waking state, dream state, sleep state, Sabna Sushupta Vasusit, Jagru Manasa, I did it by mentally. I mentally thought some evil thought. I thought something good thought, mentally, Manasa, Vacha, through speech. I have said something good. Sometimes I did say something bad. Manasa, Vacha, Karmana. But by work, I did some good job. Maybe I have done something bad. Not intentionally, but what has been done by me. Vacha karmana, hastabhat, what I did to my hands, padbham, by your feet, hastabham padbham, udareno, by my stomach, eating this food, that food, shishna, sex organ, whatever I have done, eat up purbam, whatever you have done, shishna, tatsarvam brahmarpanam bhavatu swa. I offer everything to Brahman, the fire of Brahman. What does fire of Brahman does? You give a leaf, it burns. You give a little ghee, it burns. What remains? Ashes. So whatever you give, good or bad, fire does not make a distinction. It is good or it is bad. Fire consumes. The spiritual fire, and that is Brahman, the consciousness, absolute consciousness. I offer everything to you. So this is a great sadhana, spiritual practice every day. And there, that does not mean I will do intentional some evil, negative activities and say, okay, I offer Brahman, I am Brahman, I don't do. That's the hypocrisy. If you don't bring that hypocrisy, then what is done sincerely, if you say, it does not affect you because I am not devotee and I offer everything. The humility comes, surrender comes, and this machine. And that's why they pray, oh Lord, make me a better instrument in your hand. Let this instrument be serving you. There are some instrument it does not listen to you. You see the bike, cycle bike, when the rim gets a little twisted or bent, it moves like that, no? It does not obey the rider to move in straight because machine is not cooperating with you. We also do that in our life because it is not all working for the cause of the Lord. Therefore comes all problems in life now. Anger, frustration, just the pride, ego, arrogance, all come because of that. If I see I am blessed that this instrument, I have become an instrument in your hand. Therefore, there, to bring this four attitude in life, that will make your chitta suddhi, your mind will be purified. That was the verse we read in 26. So today we will read from 27. So what will happen if my chitta becomes suddha? Chitta means the mind, not only mind, chitta has four faculties: mind, intellect,
Stop.
what?
Mind stop.
Ego, and what?
Mind stop.
Memory. Mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. Na? Mano means the mind, buddhi is the intellect, chitta is the remembering faculty, and ego. All these four much together called chitta. That means when you think, act, meditate, sacrifice all these four policy, what will happen? That all these four will be purified. Mind, thinking of God, mind will be purified. Your intellect, understanding will be clear. God is the reality. Your memory, will think of holy thoughts, holy ideas. And your ego will be subdued ego. It is purified ego. I am nothing, O Lord, it is your glory, if anything good comes. Oh, it is bad, make me an instrument so that I can really work for you. So these are the four principles, and it brings the chitta suddhi. That's a very important point.
Maharaj, sorry to continue this subject, but Sri Ramakrishna used to teach that there are two types of right egos. And right now, I think that you're talking about the bhakti ego, the ego of devotion. I'm sorry to continue on this thread, but how would you describe a right jnani ego?
Jnani ego is also very simple. This ego is not my ego. I am not this body, not this mind, not this intellect, not this ego. I am Atman.
Sorry, ego.
Jnani has a strong path to follow. Always keep the mind in the lofty plane. And you keeping not there, and you say, I am a body, and I am saying I am Atman, you are making a wrong step and you are making a cheating yourself. That's why Gita says, dehabadbhir avapate. Those who are having body identity and say, I am Atman, they are impure ego. When really you feel that I am the Atman, then you will be free. That is your real ego. It is the false ego. We talk about wrong identity, or wrong ego. This is your wrong ego. A knower of truth, when he can raise his mind into that lofty level of Atman, where is ego then? Jnani cannot have ego because their ego merges into the cosmic ego. When they walk in the street and move around, it is a reflected ego. But they are not attached by that. They are not entangled by that. They are not affected by that.
So we
Suppose you are walking and there is sun in the sun and your shadow falls on the road. You are walking, the shadow is walking. If someone takes a sword and cuts their shadow, what happens to you? If someone tramples on that shadow huh, and then belittle you, does it happen to anything to you? You are tuned to the cosmic eye. That's why the reflected eye is nonsense. It has nothing to do with me. Let them do whatever they like.
So the ego might appear, but since he or she is already a jnani, she or he is aware that ego appears and disappears, but she is not attached to it because of the karma karma, right?
So long he is in the body, he thinks that I am eating. They say like that, but internally they know that they are not this. That awareness, like the Ramakrishna said, like toothache. One undercurrent of thought continues so strongly, though superficially they behave like that. Say, I did it, and they get into fight, they get into interrogation in the body level. But instantly they know underground, oh, I am that. So two ego works there. One is underlying awareness and apparent existential world working in the worldly way. So the 27th verse it says, Tato viveka samprapto. After when the mind becomes purified, mind actually learns how to separate out impermanent and permanent, truth and untruth, holiness, unholiness, real holiness. Real holiness is God. Everything is unholy. And there is a statement that what is called the good day. Good day? What is good day we define?
When we remember God, we talk about God.
No. Normally people don't think like that. Normally say good day, it is a sunny day, cool breeze, temperature is very normal, and it's very charming, the birds are chirping, that's a good day. Huh? Whole day raining, whole day heat, 100 degrees. Who will say that is a good day? But for a devotee or for a lover of God, that is the good day when you remember God. And if you forget God, everything is bad, worst. Tad dinam durdinam manne. That day is called durdin, bad day. When no meghachannam na durdinam. That day when you see the sun has been clouded by the covered by the clouds and you don't see a ray of sun. We say, oh, what a day today, no sun is there. No. That day is not bad day. But jaddinam harikatha sanglapo burjitam. That day is bad day when you are bereft of or you have no chance to listen to the holy words of the Lord. Harikatha, that's the words of the Lord. When you don't get it, that is the bad day. So this is the idea. Tato viveko sampraptaha sadhanani samacharit. Then getting this wisdom and awareness, understanding right and wrong, sadhanani, you engage yourself in spiritual practice. Don't talk. It will nothing happen. It is all very superficial. Talking about milk, Ramakrishna said. Milk, you can give a good lecture. What is milk? How much vitamin D, C, E, all are there. Calcium is there, and then you can give a big lecture. That will not make you change your body and give their nutrition. So you have to Drink it. And not only drink, you have to digest that. Many people drink many good thoughts. Little of Buddhism, little of this ism, that ism, that ism, that ism, and a hodgepodge of everything, and no peace in mind, nothing getting, and doubting every path. That's why sadhana, spiritual practices, that's why. Sadhanani shamachare. So first you do on the four possible path, as has been mentioned, which is the Ramakrishna mission's ideal, no? This Vedanta society stands on this principle. If equally devotee, equally jnani, equally meditator, dhani, equally karma yogi. Huh? The perfect assemblage of all these good noble practices. So that means 24 hours make your life a spiritual practice. If you do this type of sadhana, then Tato Viveka or Samprapto, you will attain to the knowledge, Vivek means awareness, or right and wrong, that concept will be developed. And Atma Vasanaya Jukta, then you will come the desire, the intense urge to Atmavasa, to achieve who am I, that intense urge for knowing the Atman, Atmavasana, to Bubutsur, Bagramanasa. He'll be hungry. Bagramanasa means restlessly searching for this Atman. They will be not happy, not satisfied. We are 50, 90% satisfied. Okay, God is there, I am there. And I am meditating, this today is gone. So if we look back to our whole day from morning till now, how much we have applied this philosophy of spiritual practice. How much time we remember that I am doing for God. How much time in meditation I thought the whole mind should concentrate there. That is the only truth. How much we have spent our time in bhakti prayer. Oh Lord, please, please, I do try, I am failing here, help me, help me. Huh? So, and karma yoga, what I did I did it for God? I did this much. Now, how do you go? Our all other imperfections are there. But it can be wiped out. If 24 hours we keep these values in our mind and then move on, that type of sadhana will create a tendency to grow in us that love for Atman, love for our own self. And that self is not only love, but it will be restlessness for that background also. Then what will you do? Unless you are that restlessness, things will not happen. In everything, where we become restless, we get that. The result, suppose you are working on a project. If you are too restless, becomes one point. See, restlessness, I will have to finish tomorrow. I have no way. Whole night people are working on that. No? Background also, that is called Vyagra. Vyagra means with anguish, with restlessness, with as if Vivek Chudamani says, Dipto, now here, Vedanta sir says, Dipto Shira Jodorasimibo. Like one person runs towards the water when a burning charcoal is put on his head. He wants to cool, no? But someone forces him to walk this distance with the charcoal on your head. How will you move? You will see, oh, how beautiful is this tree, how beautiful is this garden, what sky is beautiful. Will he walk like that? Or this burning sensation will let him run in such a speed, let him die, fall down and die. That is called Vyagra Manasa. Ramakrishna gave the example. Like a man, a student wanted to learn from the teacher, how shall I, when shall I realize God? No? And the teacher took the boy and the student on the lake and asked him to take a dip. And then when he was down and he hold his head down under the water, and he's trying to come up, and he's pushing him down. And after some few moments more, then he released him, and he said, "How do you feel?" He said, "I was panting for breath." Panting for breath. When that panting will come, then you will realize God. But what is the sign? You get panting. Okay, then what will you do? Then you will go to nightclub or dancing club, or will you go to make some friends and party? With that is the end result of that. No, it will manifest in your life differently. What will you do? You will go Sangshrayet, Sadguru, Pragam. Then you go and take refuge, find out who can show me the way out. No? Who has moved in this path and can soothe my burning sensation of life's journey. I'm tired with it. Who can show? He searches for that person. He's a Satguru. He's a real teacher, genuine teacher. He wants to go and take surrender. Sangsayat means take refuge in that Guru, teacher. Sangsayat Guru, Sadguru, Pragam. What is his nature? His nature is established in knowledge, Pragam. And Dhamhadi dosha varjita. He is free from Dhamma means pride, arrogance. Huh? Here, that Guru, his quality should be, he is a perfect person, he is perfect in their practice he has done himself, and he is Dhamma Adi Dosha Varjita. Dhamma means arrogance, pride, haughtiness. No? This type of negative thing is not there in his life. No? Dhamma Adi Dosha Varjita. Pragam, he should be a man of wisdom. Man of wisdom is if Praggo is real, Praggo is who is
Agyani.
known the truth. That's the Brahmagyani. You can explain that. And Praggo also, who has advanced much more, he has gained some knowledge. With that knowledge, he can help you. No? So this is, see, you will approach to a teacher who is Praggo, and his character is he has this fault of arrogance and pride is gone from him, and by then he will go and take refuge in that Guru's feet. And then what he will do? He will start Guru Shivarato. He will start serving the Guru. Because you have to understand, it is bookish knowledge and the experience is something different. Ramakrishna did not have so much bookish knowledge, but he has the experiential knowledge. So why he will give you the experiential knowledge? Unless he feels that you are a fit candidate. Therefore, to please him and to prove that I am really a student, I want to learn from you. Please help me. No? That type of earnestness should be there in the heart of the student. And with that faith, he will approach a spiritual teacher and serve him. So serve has two meanings. Service to Guru means serve physically. Many people take that idea. Go to Guru, serve him. Because in early days, whatever even book is there or not, it is a wisdom. And spirituality is a subject of transference. Transferring from one pocket to the another pocket. So he has his treasure, he has earned with hard labor. Why shall he give it to unnecessary people who are not fit for that? Christ said, don't throw your pearls among the swines. Why the Guru will give them? Thakur used to say, I am getting tired of meeting the people of Calcutta, all these worldly people. They are talking so much to us. And it is like Ramakrishna gave the example, it is like wet wood. You have chopped the wood of a tree and just fresh, and you put into the fire. What it does? It destroys the heat of the fire because it is wet. It is not dry wood. So these people with all these desires and this and then worldly people and when they're having just coming as a out of inquisitiveness and asking for Brahma Jnana. Huh? And if you put those they will spoil their energy. A fire is there. Suppose think about one fire, and you bring one just now chop a branch of a tree and put it there, and parallelly you keep a dry wood. How the flame will grow? The dry wood will grow versus the wet wood. How? Wet wood will destroy the heat. Fire will be reduced. He says water oozes at the backside because heat comes and all the water content comes at the backside of the log. That stops the fire. So why a guru will give his treasure to someone who is unfit and will only drain out his energy and not get any benefit? But if a dry wood comes, you pour it, flame will be doubly strong. So that's why the student, to judge that student, that Shiva idea was there. No? We find in the Upanishad, the Guru, eh? Sattakama, a small boy, came to his Guru and for Brahma Jnana. So the Guru said, okay, you want Brahma Jnana? Okay, repeat this mantra and now take my 100 cows and make it come back when they become 1,000. What type of Guru Seva? Then he didn't question. Guru said, that's okay. Because cows, they took the 100 of the cows and said, Sahasramana, when they become 1,000, come back. And he went and honestly, Karma Yoga, whole day rearing the cows, bringing them together at the end of the day, and doing Guru's instruction, what the offering of the one when he used to fire, bring the firewood and then burn and then do their thuni fire or something, and that he used to do all this meditation and other practice. And he's niskama karma, he's not thinking. First of all, he didn't judge what type of guru is this. I came for Brahma Jnana. He's such worldly minded. He have given 100 cows and asking me to make it 1,000. How many years it will take? What type of guru is a Bisai? He's a worldly minded guy. I have come to a wrong place, no? But the boy was very intelligent. He thought that no. Let me, Guru has said, had full trust. And then he went and really did every day. He's not thinking about how, when it is. Today is 110, 10 cows more, tomorrow 120. He never count anything and continued. And one day he was meditating with the hissing sound of the fire, no? The deep silence of the uh, land, no? Sky. The fire came and said, Oh, Sattakama, Bho, Sattakama. Oh, dear Sattakama, the boy Sattakama, we are pleased with your service. Huh? No, first the cows. Because he was doing service to the cows. And cows are, how they say, Hamba. Huh? Cows will be making noise like that. But with that noise, the boy heard the voice, Bho, as if the cows are telling, Bho, Sattakama, oh Sattakama, we have become 1,000. Take us to Guru's place. The cows are talking to Sattakama. It is not inanimate, it become animated. Presence of God manifesting. And he believed it. Then he drove, then said, okay, I give you one knowledge of wisdom. Prachidikkala, Pratichidikkala. You see, look at the eastern horizon. I am pleased with your service. You have served our cows, no? But I am pleased with your service. Guru's grace is coming to that. And the cows are saying, look at the eastern horizon. Everything is permeated with Atma. West, north, south, below, above, all is filled with Brahman. That's the knowledge. The cow is giving the knowledge. Cow is giving the knowledge of Chitta Suddhi Bhavapte. Just we read the other verse 26. Mind becomes purified. In the pure mind, the truth reveals. So, listening to Guru's word, following the instruction, even cow, rearing the cows, what question of meditation and then? And next said, the cow said then, the bull said, I have given you 1/4 of the Brahma Gyan. You know, you will get rest of the instruction, others will teach you. Then next morning he drove back the cows to certain distance. And evening came, so halted there. And then the fire, they put the fire as usual for the regular practice. And the fire then when start, the fire, they are coming hissing sound in the fire. And there also fire, and the fire is telling, Bo Bo Sattakama, oh Sattakama, we are pleased with you. And the light which you see in the stars, in the galaxies, the light in the sun, light in the moon, the light, I am that light. And that is the Brahman. No? And this is another part of Brahma Jnana. Like that, he attained all this knowledge. By that time, he reached his Guru and prostrated before the Guru. Guru didn't say, hey, where are my 1,000 cows? That was not his intention. His intention was to do this karma yoga, nisharto, selfless, and obedient to teacher. See the result comes out. Then he said, rather Guru asked, hey, Bamba Vidi Bhavasi Vaishamma. Oh my dear, hey, I see that your face is shining like a Brahma Gyani. What happened? Where did you go? Did you give up me? I am your Guru and go to another Guru and got your Brahma Gyana? He knows everything, but he's testing the student. His ego, his pride. But what he said? No, sir, I didn't go anywhere. I obeyed what you told me. I tried that way. And one day I was doing this, and the bull came. Bull taught me this way. Then the fire god came and fire, hissing of the fire, burning fire. I got this knowledge. The flying bird going, and that they taught me this way. There's a creek, water flowing to that. The nature revealed unto me all this wisdom. I do not know anything. But you are my Guru. Please tell me what. And Guru repeated the same instruction. And that is the Sattakama story. So this is very important point that how to serve Guru and what Guru's intention is there. Very difficult to understand. Those who have motivation, that's a different, that type of Guru is different. That is not Guru. Guru only want the Shishya, the disciple, should be liberated from bondage and suffering. And how to do that? Sometimes severe action, sometimes strong word, sometimes mild word. And if have the faith, they get the benefit. If they're not, they don't believe, don't get the result. So that's why Gita also suggests that. But then the pariprasnena, sevaya, you will go to the approach a Guru. Pranipatena. First prostrate. Say, Sir, I am humbled. Please teach me. I am an ignorant person. Give me wisdom and knowledge. Humility, pranam. Pranipatena, pariprasnena. Then you ask, I am in the world and in turmoil with suffering and pain. Please help me. What is this? Why am I here? Please kindly help me. No? Pariprasnena. And then please him by his personal service or whatever way. And then he will then be kind enough to teach us the wisdom. And then follow. Then don't spend your time just gossiping and then spending the useful moment in useless talk. Engage yourself in sadhana. When this is done, then in time it will happen.
Maharaj, I think I remember that I heard once or read that in Hinduism there is like a rank of authority for God's messengers on earth, if we could call them that. And I think a mother is number one, and it is 10 times higher authority than father, and it is 100 times the authority than guru. Is that right? Do I have it
I
right?
don't know.
No.
Maybe the Hindu scripture is so vast, what do I know? But that is not the point. Point is that what is Guru's words is the Lord's teaching comes through a channel. That is called Guru. Don't make the person very important there. Important because we get to them. But the question is what message is coming through that. That is important. Most of us mistake with our Guru. It's a message, it's a person. Yes, the person is involved into it. That's why we respect the person. But you forget the principle and only the person, what will happen? That's also a wrong way of understanding about Guru idea. And whose power is the same power. There is no difference in power.
Not power, but a more clear and message, like from the divine, like God is.
Who will understand that message unless his mind is pure?
But like for example, when Rama was what is the word? When Rama was by his father, he was. He knew it was God speaking through his father, so he didn't hesitate for 1 second, and he accepted. I mean, obviously, because it is his duty as a son and as a prince to accept the king's and father's instruction. But I think that Rama also like knew that it was God that was speaking through the king to send him away for a reason. So in that sense, I think mother and father and obviously Guru are the best channels to receive God's message.
If you are ready, then the cow will tell you. The flying bird, madgu. The one type of bird is called madgu. So madgu bird taught this boy Sattakama, this Brahmagyan. So what is good or bad? It is only recipient's mind. If you are a good recipient, you can take from ordinary person talking some mundane talk and you get inspired. That becomes a guru. I told the other day the story of a washerwoman and the landlord in Belur in our headquarters nearby. And there was a landlord. His name was Lala Babu. Lala Babu. And then he was just leaning on the balcony and seeing that setting sun like this. He was observing. And suddenly he heard a voice. The washerwoman is calling her daughter, "Hey, when will you put fire to Basna?" Basna means Basana, if you pure language. And Basna actually means some type of part of the banana tree. They used to burn in early days to make some ashes and put that into the water to make probably some starch or something like that to make it a crazy thing. So the lady, she's a guru. The mother, washerwoman, is calling the daughter, "Hey, when will you? The day is passing away. The Bela jai. Bela means the time is passing away. Sun is setting. In darkness, you cannot burn all these things. When will you put fire into that basna, that piece of vegetable plant?" No? And it struck to the mind of the landlord. He said, "Yes, my life I've spent all the life. My life is also going to set soon. When shall I put fire into my own desires? He got that message, and immediately he was having a towel on his shoulder, no shirt or nothing, and he just walked out and went to sadhana. He became a monk. So he was ready for that. And we are listening to so many things every day. What is changing our life? So that's why our preparation is also necessary.
But Maharaj, here truth and Satya enters, and it is a big deal, right? Because Sri Ramakrishna, there was a time as a sadhana, he used to see or think that mother was everything. So whatever he heard, he saw it as a message of mother. But there is a difference between the message of a person who is very truthful, who constantly says the truth, and someone who constantly lies.
So why will you go to a first when we are going to the guru? We already told. I am extending my discussion. That means I am telling when you're the last is hard that you will be chitta shuddhi avaktati. Your mind will be purified. I am talking about purified mind state. Maybe a worldly person. But a point comes when the mind becomes pure, at that moment, any message he can catch. That is the message of the divine. But we are talking about these people who have understood this emptiness of life and did sadhana and followed discrimination, the path of idea of concentration, service to whole day's work to suffer, offering to God, jnana karma yoga bhakti, then his heart will be pure. If that is the philosophy. Now, how will you do with this thing when the mind becomes little pure? Viveka samprapta, they get this awareness what is right and wrong, pure and impure, permanent, impermanent. They should then engage in sadhana. But how will you do the sadhana? They run, they will go to a teacher. And that is necessary for us to start there. And then following the instruction, they are saying what will happen. Then you will take refuge in the Guru, who is Pragya, who is man of wisdom, who is not endowed with ego and pride and all other malice of life. Then if you can do that, Guru Shiva Rato Nittam, if you get engaged in serving Guru, means Guru's words, Guru's sadhana, practice, and Guru's work. If you do that, Nittam to Swayat, then you try to please the Ishvara, Guru Mishvara. Guru will be pleased. At least it is bringing to a human level. If you cannot please a human Guru, how will you please the Lord who is beyond? That means just follow the instruction of the Guru, do your service to the whatever Guru instructs, and then you will be pleasing the Guru by that way, and end result will be tattatita bhavet tattam labdhva Guru prasadat. Prasad is grace. We take prasad, no? Food, prasad. The grace of Guru, Guru prasadata. From the grace of Guru, what will happen? You will attain labdhva. You will be satisfied, fulfilled by tattatita bhavet tattam. That truth which is beyond all description. You will attain to that absolute truth, Satchidananda truth, by the grace of Guru. So, what is indicating that when you are sincere, when I am say sick, where do I go? When I have some heart pain, where do I go?
Doctor,
We go to a doctor. Which doctor you go?
specialist, cardiologist.
Who can help me in that way? So when you are in the worldly turmoil, where will you go? We go to doctor. Then worldly turmoil comes, I go to a rich man, I go to a political person, I go to a lawyer who can protect me. These are secondary support. But Bhakta will go, all his dedication will be God. And how? As Guru instructs. Because Guru is a living example before us. So this is the idea. We end here, 28 verse, that tato viveko samprapto, he will attain viveko, discrimination idea, right and wrong, permanent, impermanent, unreal, real, this idea. And then with that you start your sadhana. Sadhanani samacharet. This four sadhana, which as you mentioned, jnana, karma, yoga, bhakti, this sadhana to samacharet. And then with this thing, you should have a desire to attain your own self or the crave for your self knowledge. And that craving should be backromanso, restlessness. There should be restlessness for God, restlessness for world we do, we are familiar with it. Anything happens, it perturbs us and we become restless. So similarly, one can be restless for God. Be restless for God. And when you are really restless, you go to a teacher, Sadguru. And what is the sign of Sadguru? He is not giving you mantra initiation for money, for power, for position, exploiting you, getting your name and getting a big figure. No, his only purpose is that to help this type of people who are sincerely seeking for self-realization. And then you engage in the Guru Seva, in the service to Guru, and Nittam, all the time engage in what Guru says, as also to personal Seva, as also what principle he teaches. And then two-side Guru, by that way, you please your Guru, who is nothing but Ishvara for you. If you have an idea that he is God, then don't go to that person. If you don't think, you think him as a ordinary guy, don't go to that Guru. You will damage yourself because you will see only the faults. A person who is a guru, whoever may be the guru, they will have their human aspect also. So, if you want to see that way, then you see, you don't know why shall I listen to him? He is like me. He gets angry. He gets heated. He gets sometimes react this way. Yeah. So, don't think in that way. So that's why take the spiritual aspect of that person and then follow the instruction and follow. That's the Shastra is the Guru. These books are Guru. Incarnated gods are Guru. They're the supreme Guru, higher Guru. But human Guru is also there. Human Guru you approach, and then by practicing this and serving this, tattatita bhavet tattam labdhva Guru prasad. If you get the blessings of Guru, then we'll attain to that state of tattva, attain the state of perfection, which is beyond all limitation, all tattva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Paramastu. Now we may have some questions. Huh? Tomorrow gospel class, yeah. Here is a question. If we feel grief because of the death of a friend, for example, can we allow the mind to have sad feelings and grief if we can stand back as a non-judgmental witness of the actions of the mind? If we can stand back as a non-judgmental witness, do we need to ultimately aim for complete dispassion in response to all that occurs around us? Correct? No. So long we are not into that higher level, gone to that higher level, we should sympathize with everyone. Anyone suffering in the world, we will serve them, we'll go and try to serve them with the idea that I am serving God. We must have to do. Spirituality does not make you heartless. So we should feel grief. Yes, we should feel grief because of the death of a friend. Yes, if someone dies, I'll be grieved. But with the knowledge that afterwards it will make you more human. Swami Vivekananda, when passed away, Swami Brahmananda was in Bagbazar, in Balaram Bose's house. And he, like a child, take a quickest transport to come to Belumar. And just cried like a child. Their boyhood friends together they grew up. Apart from other idea of Brahma Gyan or other. But that didn't stop them cry and weep because it is necessary. Otherwise, what type of person are you if you are not sympathetic to someone's suffering? No? Who is suffering? Either you say God in that form or yourself. You are there. No? So therefore, we can be witness is in a very high level. If you are really standing in a high level, then you did not have to bother about that. Ramakrishna's example. Ramakrishna said, I saw that my nephew died. And I was, first day I thought, well, good. How the soul was residing in the body, it can get out. It has become free now. And that I thought very good. Because Ramakrishna was in an exalted state. And when he came down from that state, and then he said, I was standing and I was seeing that as if someone is squeezing a towel, my heart is being wrenched like that, thinking about the death of his nephew, Akshay. So, see, when you come to the human level, are you in the human level or the divine level? If you are in divine level, oh yes, okay, indifferent. You need not have to be indifferent. Indifference will manifest in your life. For you, death and birth is nothing, it's the body. If you are in that high plateau. But when we are in the human level, is my suffering, I pinch and I cry of it. And so when someone pinches you, I should sympathize with that. Because the same pain, same here, same there. So this should be done. Otherwise it will be called the wrong type of Vedanta. Wrong type of Vedanta that जगत तो 3 काल में नहीं है नहीं हाँ तो जगत तो 3 काल में है ही नहीं but true that the world is not there in the 3 periods of time, but are you in that state or you are feeling all emotions, anger, frustration in your mind, and when it comes to the question of serving others or feeling for others, I am not indifferent. That's a that's a what type of hypocrisy. So the Vedanta has one weak point. Sometimes we may make us hypocrites. But be careful. If you are watchful, then it's okay. If you really your mind is I am the witness consciousness of everything, I for my body and for everything. Then you need not have to cry, and cry will not necessary, and you are not there to think about. But when you are in the bottom level, we saw all the Brahmagyanis in the world, they feel sympathy. They cry more than we cry. A relative, one lady lost her daughter or son in Jairambati, in where Holy Mother lived.
Son.
Only son. So anyhow, so that lady came to mother, and mother hearing her loss, she started crying out loud, in such as if her own son has died. So much intense. And both the lady's mother and the lady who lost her son, they all same place they are crying and weeping. And then after that cry is over, that lady felt all her trouble, all her sense of bereavement is gone. Mother can suck away that. So, but at the same time, see the sympathy. It is not sympathy, it is natural behavior of Holy Mother. So it should be that. Acha, and another question, are you saying that when the mind is open, we can receive lessons from all situations and creatures? Yes, that's my thought. That if you are saying that when the mind is open, mind is receptive and open, then we can receive lessons from all situations and creatures. This seems similar to the attitude that people with good insight then tend to only see good. Yeah, that is almost same. You see good because in your heart there is goodness. Holy Mother said, we see anything bad outside because your mind is polluted. You pollute your mind first, then you see fault in others. There is no fault in it, you cannot see outside it. A child, example, look at the child. A child does not see who is friend and who is enemy. Child does not see whether a man is coming with a dagger to kill him. He may put that dagger in his mouth. Doesn't know. It's like it lodges for him. So they're not afraid. So normally, because his mind is not developed, in the childhood state, the child behaves, stays in the world but detached and no attachment to anything. But when if they grow the ego, then all these complexities come. I know one guru who is very short tempered. How to deal with this type of guru? Yeah. So try to understand how it is short tempered. Then you think that there is some lesson out of it. If you can take, and don't go to irritate him. He is also human being, maybe. Yeah? And you have to understand, all the human gurus are not Brahmagyanis. But they're much advanced to teach me. That much is important. You don't need a PhD professor to teach a class 1 student. A 10th grade boy, a 5th grade boy can teach a class grade 1. And if you develop in your spirituality, as you develop, more guru will come in your life. In whatever form, God will send it. And if no one comes, then mind becomes your guru. Your pure mind will guide you. So don't worry about guru. But think about your disciple, what to do, what we are doing, what we are following.
Maharaj.
Give that microphone.
My question is, how to increase the devotion and love towards the Guru and the God, and how to sustain also, like sustain and all, increase both.
Yeah, that is the path we are reading for. The mind is that, so we should practice whole day. That what we read just now, the karma, whatever karma, I don't understand yet, but I know, Lord, I am doing for you. Teach me, tell me, who have created this world? Your household, your house, your furniture, your friends, your relatives, who have created? You have not created anything, I have not created anything. In that God's world it is created, and we have been put there. So if this we think that is God's thing, I am doing only God's work. So karma, whole work, whole day. We referred about the home of fire. While you pray every day, whatever I have done, I offer it to you, good or bad, this and that, and through all the sense organs, or whatever I have done. No? If we hammer on this point whole day, I am offering everything to you. So does nothing remains in you then. Good and bad, if you give away, then what remains in you? You become pure, 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 pure. So, and sit for meditation, Guru has told instruction, follow the exact, don't edit your Guru's instruction. Whatever Swami or your teacher has taught you, follow exactly that way and meditate on that. Huh? The dhyana, karma is karma yoga, jnana, occasionally look at this world. Why I am so upset? What is going on? Maybe you will momentarily upset. That's okay. Upset is not the question. Anger is not the question. How quickly you can come back to your balance, that is the point. If you know, if someone throws some, what you call, pepper spray huh, to a Brahmogyan and a thief, physically, medical science will say burning will be here same, burning will be there same, is it not? You cannot say, hey, Brahmagani, why is rubbing his eyes? He should not be affected by that. He's a human. And these are physical actions and reactions. It will happen. But what is the internal attitude of that person? So, prayer, bhakti, upasana, Guru's instruction, following meditation, whole day doing karma as karma yoga, and analyzing everything is changing. Why I am so fascinated on one point? Something has happened today at 10 o'clock, and I'm making my mind all rotating a whole day as if the whole sun, moon, stars have gone into the void. What is so busy? What is so serious about? It is momentary, it is changing, that Vedantic idea. But there is one unchanging reality. Which is so take these four attitudes and let us try every day. Development will be, tremendous development will come because 24 hours of our life we are trying to make it spiritual. That way bhakti will come. And Ramakrishna taught us, bhakti is not happening. You say, oh Thakur, please help me. I have no devotion. I want to love you, but help me. The same thing what we are putting the question, then put the question to God who is sitting in your heart. Ramakrishna taught us that way. Huh? So we should be sincere what we are doing.
Maharaj, why is this scripture text called Shanti Gita?
Oh, because this Arjuna got peace after listening to these instructions of Bhagavan Krishna. Because his son, the beginning of the book you forgot. Beginning was that the Arjuna, his son, most dear son, Abhimanyu, he was a great warrior. And he was in the fight, war. It is jewel in the whole family. And he was killed unethically by the great warriors. No? And when Arjuna heard this on the 13th day of the war, first day before starting, that is the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna was advised by Bhagavan Krishna to get out of his own weakness. And the 13th day, and he woke up and he was fighting. The 13th day his son died, then he lost all interest. What shall I do? If my son is gone and there's nobody in my life, so what is the use? I'm not going to fight tomorrow. So, and he was grief stricken. As one loses the son, the father knows what is the pain, so he could not bear it. Then Yudhishthir brought him to Krishna. Let us go to Krishna. And then Krishna then gave this advice. And listening when the book ended, his sorrows are gone, his grief is gone, and he started again, came back to the normal life.
While they were in the camp of the 13th
Camp.
day of
One last question, probably. Dikha Guru is the real Guru or other 24 Gurus? Which is the real Guru? It is from India. One gentleman is asking that. Vidya. Hello, Vidya. Hope you are keeping well. So, Dikha Guru, that means those who are our initiation Guru, we call initiation Guru. He is the Guru who gives the mantra, he is the Guru. Or as I said, the washerwoman may be a Guru. The bull may be a Guru. No? Even we go to many sadhus, we hear something inspirational. He may be a Guru. Guru means what? Simple teacher. We can learn teaching from everyone. But which is my real Guru? It is our traditional thought is that the teacher who gives you mantra Guru, he is the primary Guru. And other Gurus are called Upa Gurus. They add to your primary spiritual practice. Like that example, we call, what did you eat today? We say we ate rice and dal. You didn't take rice and dal only. You took so many additional things around it, vegetables, fried or soup or this, and sweets and this and that. But these are upagurus. But primary meal is the what is day-to-day practice, mantra, initiation, meditation process, and all these details were given, Diksha, at the time of initiation. That is the real Guru.
And your mind, when it becomes Guru, it is Upaguru or real
Hmm?
Guru? Mind Guru.
Mind Guru, yeah, he will be, then the mind becomes Guru, Thakur says, no? That means he takes your primary role.
So
He
mind
is the
Guru
Guru,
is the primary Guru.
ultimately, with pure mind. But to reach that point, we need Upagurus also. When you become very strong, powerful, then you will give up all food. But when you need to nurture yourself, take all Upagurus, vitamin C, vitamin D, E, B12, this, that, you all take all together. And when you become strong, you give up all this, then your main meal will take you to their strength. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. See you tomorrow, 7:30. Thanks for joining in online. And we are also thankful who could come here.
Thank you, Maharaj.
একটা জিজ্ঞেস করেছিল
5 point,
জিজ্ঞেস করেছিল
I do not know what he asked. Oh, Ramana Maharshi also said, if there is a true yearning, Guru will come to that person himself. Hence, true yearning is most important. Good. That's a good idea. Yeah. Somebody sent a comment.